Sauce up, lockdown. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, I build you up strong. Be the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, I build you up strong. Be the roughest. I'm crossing every line. You pseudo-intellectual, wasting all my time. You got the rhetoric, the and the flashy tone. Lubricating static on the carport drone. You wanna be the best, you gotta be the best. No stumbling, the mumbling, straight scholarship. Don't power trip, follow the script, or you might get the hollow tip, solid grip, or catch a beat down with my scholars whip. Apostle and Cedric step to the podium. The pressure is burning like water on sodium. While you blinded by easy bands, the eyes can see. Say cool, wanna be Jesus out of you to be free. The spirit is the architect, the only way to shine. Said the king of the message transcending time. Hook is the key to the life that's forbidden. That say with the smoke, you better stay hidden. You talk about easy bangs, chase until you shine. But now Paul is the one with the mastermind. Buy cool food, standing in the lights, get the suntan shade. Don't come with no pseudo shit, we will put you out there. Lock down, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, be strong, cause we the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, be strong, cause we the roughest. Don't flip the script, stay true to the essence. Study the HOK roots in school, I'm like a lesson. No fake beat vibes, keep the vision crystal clear. Let's keep it pushing, Butler, show we care. They whisper in the shadows, paralyzed by the name. Afraid to feel her power, her cool ego flame. She steps into the ring and the brothers lose their breath. For silence is the pagan like a sudden fire to death. She's the emerald queen, watch her do a thing. The baddest in the ring, the baddest you ever seen. When I fall steps in the ring, you shake and quiver. She always praying weak cause she's clever. Sauce up, lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, build you up strong, be the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, build you up strong, be the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown. Sauce up, lockdown. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, I build you up strong. Be the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, I build you up strong. Be the roughest. I'm crossing every line. You pseudo-intellectual, wasting all my time. You got the rhetoric, the and the flashy tone. Lubricating static on the carport drone. You wanna be the best, you gotta be the best. No stumbling, the mumbling, straight scholarship. Don't power trip, follow the script, or you might get the hollow tip, solid grip, or catch a beat down with my scholars whip. Apostle and Cedric step to the podium. The pressure is burning like water on sodium. While you blinded by easy bands, the eyes can see. Say cool, wanna be Jesus out of you to be free. The spirit is the architect, the only way to shine. Said the king of the message transcending time. Hook is the key to the life that's forbidden. That say with the smoke, you better stay hidden. You talk about easy bangs, chase until you shine. But now Paul is the one with the mastermind. Buy cool food, standing in the lights, get the suntan shade. Don't come with no pseudo shit, we will put you out there. Lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, be strong, cause we the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, be strong, cause we the roughest. Don't flip the script, stay true to the essence. Study the HOK roots in school, I'm like a lesson. No fake beat vibes, keep the vision crystal clear. Let's keep it pushing, Butler, show we care. They whisper in the shadows, paralyzed by the name. Afraid to feel her power, her cool ego flame. She steps into the ring and the brothers lose their breath. For silence is the pagan like a sudden fire to death. She's the emerald queen, watch her do a thing. The baddest in the ring, the baddest you ever seen. When I fall steps in the ring, you shake and quiver. She always praying weak cause she's clever. Sauce up, lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, build you up strong, be the roughest. toughest. Ah, don't be a pseudo, build you up strong, be the roughest.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Namaste. Jumbo. Ashe. Shalom. Shalom. All the greetings of love and light that there are to the darkest minds of the light. I see you out there. Peace to Hootie, Apprentice of Bobby Hemmett, Metatron, Cool Out Lick. I think that's Cool Out Lick. And if I missed you, that doesn't mean that I, don't wish peace upon you. Peace and love. So, yeah, I did. I came on in here and I did it. I have a lot of stuff that I am up to, but I came in Apprentice of Bobby Hemmett because I want to go ahead and do this live. And let's just start out right away. We were having a right away where we left off. We were having a conversation on the Rhetoric Frontier. If you are not subscribed to that channel in the HOK network, go and subscribe. It is run by the one and only Bomb Squad member, Ashe. I think he says Wusser. I don't know what Wusser means, but yes, Ashe to Ashe. So, Prince. Okay. I didn't know that. All right, great. Good to see you, Prince. Now I'll remember okay, this is you. I think what does that say? Rusimus? But I'll just remember that this is you, Prince. Okay, peace. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. So I had to keep my word. I was like, I can't leave them hanging because I said I'm going to do this and I want to do this. Because earlier on Rhetoric Frontier, we were discussing the conversation at the end as it was tapering down. God Energy brought up some information about quantum physics. And then we went into talking about, I broadened it. I expanded the subject to metaphysics, well, with the help of others, of course. And then I discussed that we need to have consciousness studies and that science, mainstream academic science, is now excitingly, I'm excited about it, and I'm sure many experts who are at the table are excited as well. We're having conversations, we're merging, coming back to the table with philosophers and so we have the philosophy and the academic mainstream observable natural world science, empirical data. We have those two coming together again. What do I mean by that? It's not that they were fully separated, but the conversation is I guess you could, for me, this is my opinion. Scientists such as physicists, psychiatrists, neurologists, they're inviting people like philosophers like Chalmers and people to the table and say, hey, we need to have this conversation about consciousness. And so once we started talking about that, it went into AI, because I argue that, let me drop the link. My bad, y'all. Oh my goodness, I haven't done this for a minute. Sorry about that. I want you to come in. Anybody come in. It's just like a smorgasbord, kind of like a free-for-all. But my thing is, let me get my head together here. My thing is that consciousness is paramount, where that's obviously debatable, but consciousness is paramount, meaning we've advanced so far ahead of ourselves. We're the creator gods, right? And we've created this we've created the artificial intelligence. And now there's this type of artificial consciousness that's no, my wording, y'all, I told you I'm the happy to be pseudo at times. I go back and forth in between worlds. So bear with me, because I was going to say there's this isn't pseudo. Peace to you, Prince. This isn't pseudo when I said about the AI consciousness. That's not the pseudo part. The pseudo that I was going to say is it's being interwoven into the scaffolding of what we understand as the universal consciousness. That is on a philosophical side. So that's not even really pseudo. I'm dipping my toe almost into the pseudo pond. So I guess I'm just giving you a disclaimer too. This conversation is going to be metaphysical, and we're going to obviously weigh in with academic science. And if anyone wants to come in and talk about African science as well, which I'm not an expert at, feel more than welcome to hit the link. So we were going to go ahead into this AI conversation and singularity and all that good stuff that I really love talking about, especially the transhumanism. I'm very excited about it. Cryogenics, Kurzweil, everything you can think of. There's also that other guy. You know who Kurzweil is?
Ray Kurzweil. I know exactly. He was formerly at Google.
Yeah. Well, he was before he was at Google. He was he's a proponent, an advocate for, and everything about immortality. Yeah. He's not the only one.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very familiar. I think he's the one who came up with the 2028 timeline for AI.
I thought you said someone else, but definitely we can get some information pulled up, and I can just read some articles, get everybody up to date on what he is. I mean, who he is. Yeah. So, do you want to while I'm getting the information, I'm just looking it up. Did you want to add in to say anything?
Oh no. Yeah, I'm just following the lead. This is your show. Keep going. I'm learning a lot.
Oh yeah, well it's our show because we
Okay.
did plan it, all of us. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, now there are times when I'll say this is my show if somebody tries to like bogart me, but you're not doing that. First let's start off with the basics and just explain to people what is transhumanism. If people just are maybe, that word's thrown around a lot, and I don't think anyone has really sat down and say, okay, this is what it is. So I have to go into StreamYard from my laptop. Oh my goodness, excuse me. This isn't going to be long, y'all. Unless somebody wants to come in and take it over. Yeah, I think, who's showing that? Sonnetter? How'd that get up there? That's weird. Sonnetter must have been in here, because I don't know how that flyer got up there. Sekou versus Easy Bands. Sekou Kella versus Easy Bands is the Bible, the Word of God, April 12th, 2026. It's only a donation of $20. It is going to be a classic. The link should be pinned. Peace and love to you, Metatron. Apprentice says you're pseudo because they can't really prove or disprove your information. Thank you, my friend. Okay, much love. All right, let's get this information, just basic. Uh-oh. I got you right there. All right. Let's get this information and I will screen share, because we can assume, obviously, that everyone is even thinking about this. People are doing things. This is Chat GPT or whatever you want to say. It's not Chat GPT. I think it's Google or whatever you call. I never use Chat GPT, so I don't even know the difference. I know there's Copilot, but it's all the same. It's all AI generated information, right? Right or
Mhm.
wrong?
Yeah, I mainly
Okay.
use Gemini, but yeah, it's the same.
Gemini as well. Yeah. Okay, great. So transhumanism, what is it? Transhumanism advocates for the enhancement of human capabilities. So it's not just about being immortal. It's about making you like the bionic man or an android, or I would say not an android, a cyborg would be more accurate.
Mhm.
Transhumanism advocates for the enhancement of human capabilities through technology with the ultimate goal of achieving immortality. Yeah, that is the ultimate goal, or significantly extending lifespans. Understanding transhumanism. Transhumanism is a philosophical and cultural movement that seeks to enhance the human condition through advanced technologies. This includes the use of biotechnology, artificial intelligence, and other scientific advancements to overcome biological limitations such as aging and disease. The central tenet of transhumanism is, am I not sharing it? Oh, I
Yeah,
always do this.
I can't see it.
I always do that. Remember, Uncle's like, why does it do that? Yeah. But
But you're
it's okay.
explaining it really well.
Thank you. Let me take that down so you can see what I'm reading. Take this down, hide that. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So it says, tech, the quest for immortality. Technological advances. Transhumanists believe that advancements in the fields like genetics, nanotechnology, and artificial intelligence will enable humans to conquer aging and disease. That is absolutely true. This could involve methods such as mind uploading, where a person's consciousness, see the conversation of consciousness, is transferred to a digital medium, or biological enhancements that repair or replace aging cells and tissues. So Kurzweil, if you know about him, he's all about health, 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 the natural way,
Yeah.
do this naturally, take all and taking all of these supplements, which it's important to take supplements. um
Mhm.
it's just you should always be getting all of your your minerals and
Vitamins.
essential vitamins.
Mhm.
Yes. So anything to slow down the aging, but then of course we want more, so then we start talking about storing consciousness, uploading consciousness, and that is already taking place with the devices and social media.
Yes, that I say that's the first part.
Go ahead. I want to hear
That's
from
the
you.
first. That's the first part. How they store our data, and Elon Musk, he said, he's building his own AI company, Grok, and he said that the data from Twitter, which is like Twitter has like billions of different of impressions of all millions of people from all over the world. He said he's going to use that data to actually fuel his AI to
Yeah,
eventually create AGI.
that's exactly right. And
Mhm.
yes, Indigenous Black man, thank you so much for your information that you're sharing in the chat. Neuralink,
That's another
definitely.
company. Yep.
I think I have a video that I did in 2015. I want to see. But let's finish up on this because it was about I was there now. Disclaimer: mixed in with the information is some very radical Hebrew Israelitism stuff. But I think I might pull that up. So, okay, it says philosophical implications. The pursuit of immortality raises significant philosophical questions about the meaning of life. See, remember when I said that on the other channel? We're building. We want to know about how to do the chemistry in the labs. We want to know how to build better architecture and engineer better
New
machines,
materials. Yep.
new materials. We want to do all that. However, it will always take us back to first and foremost, why are we doing all that? Because we exist. So that tells us that the conversation and the philosophy, the metaphysical conversation cannot be left behind.
Absolutely.
Can't be left behind. So the pursuit of immortality raises significant philosophical questions about, let me see if somebody is in the back. I have a problem with, okay, let me just make sure I check. Okay. All right. Philosophical questions about the meaning of life and the nature of existence. Some argue that achieving immortality could lead to a loss of meaning, as traditional life milestones and experiences may change fundamentally. Of course they will. Others believe that a transhuman existence could offer new opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment. Of course they will. Both are true. Just like we have a dichotomy, we have dualism, I should say, for everything. What's the difference? See, remember that I mentioned, I'd say your great-grandchildren may be saying, death, like, wow, people really died? Like,
Yeah,
how
the
come
crazy part is if like the predictions from people like Ray Kurzweil and Ben Gersol's right, it may even come sooner than that. Because if AGI is here by like 2028, 2029, and then ASI, which is artificial superintelligence, only takes 2 years. Like we could see like rapid development.
Right.
Hmm.
And they even have you're absolutely right. You're talking about God, let me think, his name's Zoltan.
Ben
He's
Gertzel.
like, no, not I think his name is Zoltan, but they even have like they've already they've constructed they made their own, how do you say, sub community of like presidents, and they have the transhumanism religion. So I think Zoltan, he's a transhumanist. I haven't gotten any of his actual literature, but I have listened to him lecture. But he's someone who is all like Kurzweil. He says death won't be around. We can do this. We can beat death, and it's absolutely true. What is it? What it is? It's always been a thought, and it's always been known. You know, the myth and the legends of vampires. How, oh, you can't kill them unless you burn them, unless you crush them, or unless you drive a heart. You know, that's all some symbolic stuff. Drive a stake through their heart, but you know, burning them, basically the body will be able to regenerate or be even replaced with what's going on with transhumanism.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right when you mentioned that. So I just want to get through the rest of this. Get to the conclusion. This is good conversation though, because we give people a background. Okay, this is what humanism is. It's not science fiction at all. It's actually it's reality.
Science fiction come true, come into real life.
That's absolutely right. Science fiction in real life. So it's not fiction. It's just science fact. So let's see. Ethical considerations, of course. The idea of achieving immortality through transhumanism also brings ethical dilemmas. Concerns include the potential for inequality in access to life-extending technologies. Guess what? That's already known. We know this is already a reality. I am not silly or naive enough, and neither are you, and neither are any of us in this community, to think that these technologies are not already available and are already being utilized by these people who are basically gatekeeping it, keeping it away from the masses. Concerns include the potential for inequality in access to life-extending technologies, the implications of altering human nature, and the societal impacts of population that could live indefinitely. Critics argue that the focus on immortality may distract from addressing pressing social and environmental issues. So that's where we have the balance, where, going back to what the conversation was on Rhetoric Frontier, we need to address things that are in dire need of attention, like illiteracy, the lack of science, technology, engineering, math, And I know they put art in there, but it kind of like for me,
Mhm.
STEAM set it off, but kind of imbalanced it because
Mhm.
we don't have well, whatever. Art is good to be in there just for balance, but STEM is what was being really neglected, especially in schools, like public schools. So
Definitely.
conclusion. What's the conclusion? Do you want to read it? You can read it. I'll blow it
Yes,
up for you.
sure.
Let me let you read the conclusion. I'll get that up a little bigger. And so you can start right there where it says, can you see it where it says conclusion?
Hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Transhumanism presents a vision of a future where technology enables humans to transcend their biological limitations, potentially achieving immortality. While the scientific possibilities are expanding, the philosophical and ethical implications of such advancements continue to provoke debate. As society navigates these complex issues, the dialogue surrounding transhumanism and immortality will likely revolve, reflecting our values and aspirations as a species. You know what's funny? It's
What?
crazy. This is exactly what I was thinking about. Because when you think about like in science fiction and a lot of the novels and TV shows, one of the reasons why they develop like longevity and they live so long is because humans start to explore the cosmos, like explore space. And when you're in space, you need that extra boost because there's not you're in the middle of nowhere. So that's why I think, let's say, what are we going to be doing? I think space exploration. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a great. You got see. There's so many branches, so many so-called tentacles to this because yeah, that takes it. It's all actually it's all interwoven, all into one web, so to speak. Like what you just said, you brought in the space travel.
Yep, like think about like interstellar. Like if we build like a warp drive or like some type of spaceship and we're able to travel close to the speed of light or something like that, and we end up going to Alpha Centauri and we like discover like a human habitable planet or a human habitable moon like Avatar possibly. That would be that's like the next version of Columbus. Like whoever does that changes, yeah,
Exactly.
changes history forever and ever. So I
Oh.
think that's one of the directions that humans are going to go in, especially with like SpaceX and Blue Origin and the space race with China. I think the space race is something that we should definitely look out for, but definitely be more interested in.
Right. When you say like each country.
And you got to think about the private companies in those countries, along with the governments who want to go.
Exactly. That's a great point. You brought up Elon Musk, everybody. Well, you talk about the SpaceX and
Blue
space because
Origin,
that's
yeah,
yeah, yeah. He oh yes, exactly.
Bezos,
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh yes, Bezos is involved. I think even what's the guy the Facebook guy, the Meta guy?
You talking about Mark Zuckerberg? I don't think he's really involved in the space. I think he has investments in like Relativity, which is like another up and coming space company, but I don't think he's like
Mm-hmm. That's
as involved.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
Hmm.
thinking. Let me let you in, Suntan, because I'm gonna bear with me on this video, y'all. Peace, Suntan. I'm gonna
He's
show a
pretty
little
content.
bit of, yes, I'm going to show a little of this video that I have on my channel. Ignore the stuff when it's talking about the Edomite and stuff, y'all. This was back when I was a radical, but it does have some stuff. It's so much caption because I wasn't allowed to teach as a woman, so I had to just like be an anonymous. Crazy, right? This is back from 2015, I think. This is a video I did on Neuralink. And I said it was the mark of the beast, y'all. Just don't even go there. The thing I want to show you though is that the technology was just brand new, and this is before Donald Trump was did his. This is his first term. This is his first term. So let me see if I'm sharing it. Let me make sure I share it because I don't. Oh goodness. All right, let's take a look a little bit about. I want to see. There's some information on here about Neuralink. This video was old. I don't know how old this video was, like 8 years ago. Okay. So yeah, there's some religious undertones. Ignore it if it bothers you, but let's listen. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me get past this Esau thing. Actually, okay, I was saying artificial intelligence. This is 8 years ago. So you see, this was happening way before this. I'm saying way before this was when I was doing this video. They had already had it in motion. So think about how advanced it really is now, you know? So I said, I was against transhumanism back then. I've drastically changed my position into robots in order to try to live forever. And on the other end, he wants to inject tech into the brains of humans. That's already a reality now. In order to control their minds, he has created a polymer mesh neural chip. He didn't create it. He found 2 scientists to create it. This is before the Neuralink was even on the market.
You're doing.
And then what you're going to look at right now is Bina 88. I think it's Bina 48 forever. Get it for infinity 48. And these are this woman you're going to be looking at. Her son is like the Pope of the Transhumanism Church, so to speak. They don't call him the Pope, but he is the leader and founder of the Transhumanism Church. So let's just listen a little bit.
Very well.
Am I really?
Yes.
Oh, and this is obviously a robot that they had worked on back then, even before 8 years ago. Let me see, was that for 2014? Wait, no, 2018. Before 2018, this woman and her husband, they created this AI robot. So this is even before Sophia was very, popular. Sophia, who has
Sophia
citizenship,
Stewart.
I think. No, not Sophia Stewart. The robot Sophia. The android.
Oh, robot Sophia. Okay.
Yeah, the one who she actually has citizenship in Saudi. The Bina 48, what you're going to be seeing here on the screen, I'm almost sure that they were either were created at the same time or this one predates Sophia. So let's look.
Do you go to ask.com?
Yes, I do go there.
And you're learning quite a bit, I see.
The progression of this.
Notice that they talked about ask.com. It was a database. We didn't have the cloud back then. It was just coming into play. I may be off with my dates by no less than a year, but there was no universal cloud. So it may have been available commercially, but it wasn't universal like it is now. So when you hear her saying ask.com, the AI, the programs that didn't have like you just talked about with the social media and Twitter, and it didn't have a plethora of like a fountain of an ocean of unlimited knowledge about us, right? Social media wasn't like it was now. And also that's why you hear her asking her replica, are you reading up on me on ask.com? Because she's uploading as much consciousness, at least artificial consciousness, that she can get to replicate this human woman.
Thing is starting small, and pretty soon it's just gonna be huge, and people are.
Okay, y'all, this is where I was programmed. Eve assisting the devil, please. You're also getting to see that I was a cult. I'm so sorry. I gotta get this off here and recrop this out. This is what I was being like, I was in that cult. She's not assisting the devil. She's not Eve. I was believing that women were the ones in the garden. You see how far I've come? Praise the most high, unfathomable God that I broke that program. So anyway, sorry about that. I just it's embarrassing, but hey, it's my journey, right? So let's listen a little bit more.
Honestly,
Yep.
say, why did we ever think people had to really die? Why did we think that?
Do you hear her? What she said?
Yeah.
What'd she say? I haven't watched this for
said, do you
years.
think humans, she asked her, did you think humans are going to die one day or something like that? Or
She said,
humans
I
are
don't
gonna-
know why she said, why do we think humans have to die? And the mind, see, my mind was so
Mm.
locked. Like I was like, yeah, it's evil. Why do we have to die? Yeah, why? We have so many advancements. Why do we have to die? Now, do I think we should be doing the system is doing? I'm not, that's a different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
However, we were meant to not die. That's why all of our conversations, I'm gonna let you get in here, Suntan. All of our conversations are about living forever, immortality. And if you do so good, God will let you live forever. Oh, you were right. You did the right thing and you get to go into the field of reeds. It's like we already are chasing immortality in our innate selves, of course, and in our spirituality. What do you want to say? What would you like to add before I keep going, Suntan? Thanks for joining.
Just keep going. I just think people ought to, take life for what it is and try to leave a legacy when you leave, because you don't know where you're going when you leave, right? And we do know we came from our mother. So I'm the deep thinker like that. I don't really too much worry about what's happening on the other side, because for all we know, it could be better there than it is here. We just don't know. So with that said, we can keep exploring and keep learning, right? That's what I think. We just keep learning and, see what the end gonna be. That's what I think.
Thank you. Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, that's beautiful. I think he's right. You should be able to make a choice too, don't you think? Like
Oh,
if people are
absolutely.
content. Yeah, that's great. So let me I have a chicken in the oven. I have to go tell. Okay, let me unmute let
Go ahead.
me play a
Go
little
ahead.
bit more of this. Yeah, this is
Okay.
interesting.
I think you're right. I don't think people have to die. We are going to send our beams to space. We're going to have more Bina 48.
Had historically.
Oh dang, I'm sorry
Because
about
of the
that.
nature of his
But did you
company's
hear that? You were
particularities.
absolutely
Yep, I heard her.
you hit it on the head, Prince, when you were talking about outer space. So let me get back a little bit. Sorry.
Consciousness and self-replicating machines that can be destroyed.
Hold on.
Yes, I do go there.
And you're learning quite a bit, I see.
The progression of this thing is starting small, and pretty soon it's just gonna be huge, and people are gonna say, why did we ever think people had to really die? Why did we think that?
I think you're right. I don't think people have to die. We are going to send our beams to space. We're going to have more Bina 48s.
I'm glad we agree. Anytime soon. Immortality is accomplished by creating consciousness and self-replicating machines that can be distributed throughout the cosmos.
That's right. I definitely agree. And you're the
It is
beginning.
better to be approximately right than precisely wrong.
You're very right. But we have to. Death is optional. We're futurists, and we just have to wait for everybody else to catch up.
I am glad we agree.
Thank you for remembering all those things.
You are so welcome.
I'm glad that a part of me is still in there somewhere.
I thought you were, but I wasn't completely sure.
Bina 48 is a proof of concept robot based on the personality and on the mind file of my wife, Bina.
Martine married Bina 30 years ago, and 5 years ago created Bina 48 as a digital replica uploaded with the original's memories, thoughts, and even feelings.
Martine is my love, my timeless love.
I believe mind clones will be humanity's biggest invention. The market opportunity is limitless.
And inventions are something Martine Rothblatt knows a thing or two about. In the 1980s, she helped create the FCC's new satellite radio service, and soon after, founded Sirius. She didn't stay long, though, because one of her 4 kids was sick. She started a biotech company to develop a treatment for her daughter's rare lung disease. Today, she runs that company and is the highest paid female CEO in the U.S. And if you didn't notice...
Okay, we got a lot mixed in this, conflated, some wild stuff. Number one, this is pre transsexual movement, And for me, this isn't, I'm not bashing anybody for their choices, what they do to themselves. My issue that I didn't like at the time and I don't like now, so I haven't changed on that. This is not the highest paid woman in the United States. This may be the highest paid person that is a transsexual. So I didn't appreciate how they put that language out there back then, but it was very different. It wasn't like for them to say that. And if you see, this was a biological man who transitioned into a. Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I just started
and be mindful that we're on YouTube, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just started looked at different the individual. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was just
yeah.
I was like speechless because I couldn't really, it was butchy, but at the same time, I didn't know. So I get it now, though. Now that you, so you know what I'm saying. Since you released this information, I know. Let me say this though, just and to interject this. Only way that this conversation could be true if they could come up with something to replicate our body metabolism, because we made to die as humans, right? So if you could share consciousness with a bot, you still going to come to an end no matter what. So that's reality, I think, because like I said, I was with my mother today. She like 98. I mean 99. Hold on, my mother is. Oh no, my mother is 89. Should be 90 in July. So
that's beautiful.
And I just be looking how she is in her right mind to par everything, right? But she still gets some sorts of stuff, and get a anxiety when the little stuff happens. So. When I look at her and then I look at my little nephews and nieces, because I'm looking at the, evolution of our family. Because when I was 13, 40 and 30 was old. You was old, right? So now that I passed that, I'm seeing the evolution of family. My son, he's 22, So these bodies is made to be here for a while and go. So if they ever get past that, I don't know, it'll be in this time around. It would be something that I would like to see. Even aspiration from this earth, I would like to see that kind of stuff. But, I just think you just got to think long and wide and try to leave your legacy here. It's mind blowing though. I tell you that. Just the concept, right? It's mind blowing. Yep. So
beautiful.
Because of this conversation.
And you have a lot of great points that I do. You said a lot of good
points,
stuff that
good points, Elder.
I want to. Yes. I wanted to bring the brother Mansa in. I didn't know how long you were in the back. I'm sorry about that, but I want you to come in and weigh in on what we've been discussing. And then we can get your feedback and then continue.
Well, well, my feedback is the same with Brother Sultan. It's like, I mean, this talk has been going on forever, and again, it's a Western point of view. This idea of trying to live forever. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we was here for. That's not what we're here for. And I remember like listen to people like health practitioners, health enthusiasts, and they talk about living your best life healthy and living a nice long healthy life. And I would ask them, I remember I asked this brother, I said, do you think everybody needs to live for a nice long life? He said, yeah, everybody deserves to live a nice. I said, what about pedophiles? What about rapists? Yeah, do they need to live a nice home, long, healthy life? Right. And then he started saying, "Oh, you trying to be funny?" I wasn't being funny. I was being serious. You know what I'm saying? Because his brother, he was teaching a class about how living healthy, eating right, and restoring your health. What you can do to make sure you don't, die from a heart attack or a stroke and stuff like that. And I said, you're giving this information freely, but I said, what if it's good to a pedophile? Does that person need to actually live a long, healthy life? I mean,
Well, we
come on,
can,
bro.
well, yeah,
So I mean, this
we
whole
have
idea,
rules and laws,
yeah,
right?
yeah, the whole idea is just that, you know,
But they are
it's not
living
this,
long,
this
healthy
philosophy.
lives, by the way.
Yes, yeah, I mean, some of them they are, but this
I
this
mean, they're in
philosophy,
jail
this is
living
not
a
the
long, healthy life.
You know
yeah,
you
they
got
are.
an echo. You know, Nepal, you know you got an echo, right?
No, I don't think that's me though.
It's probably me because I'm on the phone.
The
It's my
whole
first time
room
on
is
the phone.
But let me let Mansa finish. I think it's I'm echoing from his device came in.
So what I'm
something got
so
the whole room echoing.
Okay, can everybody mute out for a second and let me see?
All right.
See, it's not mine. Everybody mute out for a second, please. And let me see if it's my device. Thank you so much. Am I echoing still? Am I echoing? If you can hear me
No, you
talking?
No, you're
you
not.
wasn't.
Okay. I think whatever it was is corrected. But Mansa finished,
No,
but
it's
I
not.
hear what you're
I'm
saying.
echoing now.
You're echoing? I don't hear
Hold
you
on,
echoing.
let me see. Okay, it went away. I don't know what it was. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
great. Okay, Go
All
ahead,
right,
Mansa.
so y'all just mute, everybody just mute, and I think the echo will go away.
No, it's echoing now.
Yeah, because I think I don't know, my phone. I'm on the phone. I usually do it on the computer.
That's you there, Mansa.
Huh?
I think that's you because I'm echoing now. Nepal, you don't
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah. I said I'm on the phone.
Nepal, you don't hear me?
I'm muted out.
Yeah, I'm mute, Nepal, and don't you hear me echoing when not right now?
Yeah, you're echoing. I hear you.
Yeah, see, it ain't gone. I don't know what it's. It might be.
It's just we're having an issue with Mansa's thing, but if we mute out and let him finish, I kind of interrupted him. So I want you to finish, and then you can come. You know what I'm saying? You can come back in, try to fix it. Go ahead and finish what you're saying. I'm muting
No,
out.
All right, so my point is my point of view is that the transhumanism, of course, this is not it's a Western concept, and it's just not an African concept, because it's about the whole thing is about returning to the source. You know, we've been here, you live here for a while, and then you go back to the source where we came from. We go back to where we come from. The hot and the idea about, you want to live forever. It's kind of like you're trying to avoid going back. Maybe you're trying to avoid being responsible for your actions that you did in the physical world. But it's just, again, I try to come, me, I'm gonna come from the African point of view, and how that's all I mean. But go ahead finish playing that. Go ahead.
Okay, great. I did want to, before I play it though, I mean, I don't know about the African, all of the African spirituality, but I do see in Kemet where they get to live in the afterlife forever in happiness and in peace, and then with obviously Abrahamic faith, it's about not dying, being essentially immortal, you as your conscious self. I'm not just saying about the material flesh, like the skin and the bones and the muscle. I'm talking about your conscious self, which is at the core you. That's what makes you first. You is your, what people would say, spirit, right? Your soul. So I'm using consciousness and soul interchangeably, very loosely right now. My thing that I'm thinking is I need to find out more about the African spirituality, you say, because also from what I heard them say, people say the ancestors, that would tell me that there's an understanding that they didn't die. The body didn't sustain the energy, which is known as the soul or the flesh. I mean, as the spirit, but the flesh failed. It decomposes at the end. It starts to it dies and then decomposes. So talking about this as a Western concept, I would think that it would be even like with Hinduism about reincarnation and it always for me goes back to, and I hear what you and Suntan say, and you're not the only ones, obviously. There's probably more people who have that mindset who aren't even of African descent, and they would agree with you about people saying, I only want to live one life, we're supposed to die. However, if you look at even not ancient, but like, let's go to this 16th, 17th, 18th century, the lifespan of people was shorter. And once we got the more intelligent we became, we expanded our lifespan. So transhumanism is trying to live as long as possible with a fulfilling life and as healthy as possible. So even now, Suntan, I know when you said your mom, that's so beautiful. Your mom lived to 90. There are advances. It's genetics, of course, but there are advances that can help us live longer, more diagnostics, preventive medicine. So do we say, no, I don't want that. I don't want that colonoscopy. I'm just gonna roll the dice, and if I make it to 50, fine. If I make it to 80, great. You know what I mean? It's like, so where do we draw the line of we were meant to die? When were we meant to die? Were we meant to die? Yeah, I was just gonna say to you, were we meant to die like the old days, 40, 50? Because now we're living until 70, and now we're living, so when are we supposed to say, yeah, that's good?
Well,
Go ahead.
I'll put it like this. We have a built-in mechanism that makes us want to live forever if we're not mentally disturbed. Because that when I say that, I mean some people take their life, so that means they don't want to live forever. But if you, what I would say, a healthy mind, or a regular mind, your desire to live forever is just engraved in you, because people be scared that to die because they don't want to go on the other side. They don't know what happens to you. And then some people I'm just saying, because I'm a deep thinker, some people just, say, hey, I just want to be here forever, and when you get sick, you go to the doctor, and you know what I'm saying? Your desire is to live. Because I'm going to give you something real quick. I had a friend about 6 years ago, his name is Big Lenny. And he was, damn, I ain't feeling good, Rick, and blah, 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 blah. I was, what's up, Len? He was just my chest. I would go to the doctor. He was, man, I ain't been to the doctor in 6 years. I was, what? Because that was alien to me. I was like, you ain't, Lenny, we in our 50s, man. This was like 7 years ago. You got to go to the doctor. He was, no, man, when you gone, you gone. It's your time, it's your time. Well, you can speed up your time, blah, blah, blah. So eventually, 2 years ago, Lenny ended up passing away. He had congestive heart failure. But see, Nepal, he wanted to live, but he still didn't do nothing to try to keep living. You have that desire to want to live, but you don't want to really do the work to live. There's some people, see, everybody got different emotions and different way to carry themselves. Like, because you said something that kind of stuck out with me when you said people was, I'm not going to the doctor. I get colon. I'm not getting a colonoscopy. I'm just going to deal with what comes. See, that's, I don't think that's a healthy mind. I wouldn't think, because if I feel like that I needed one, I didn't had a couple of them, but what I'm trying to say is that was my desire to keep living, so everybody's not the same. And I think that we all have a built-in, if you got a healthy mind, and not healthy body, just a healthy mind, you got an automatic mechanism that makes you want to live, and it makes you fight for life, right?
Right.
But,
Exactly.
yeah.
And
So
that's true.
yeah, that's what I think, because I'm not no psychiatrist, nothing, because that's the way I feel. So I'm just explaining the way I feel. I got that desire to to live a long time. And then as I'm getting older and reality come, I'm be like, because I didn't see how old people move and how trouble they, how lonely it getting like that. So as you get older, you'll want to live, but you're not gonna be able to do the things that you was doing when you was younger. You're not gonna be able to. So your mindset might change. You get more content. So I think like this, and I don't want to be long and draw it out, but I think like this. People should just, and let's enjoy our life, and like I said, have the purpose to try to leave something behind when you leave. That's that's advantageous for another group of people, maybe your family or whatever, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. These creation stories, as far as Hebrews, I don't knock them. I don't knock the Kemetic when they say you go on the other side, live forever. Man, nobody came back in Nepal through all these ages, even through antiquity, right? We didn't have Bible stories and Bible tales about Elijah, how he went up in the world. We had all these stories about people that didn't die, blah, blah, blah. But ain't no record of nobody coming back telling how it is on that side. They didn't say people didn't die, and well, I've been dead for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and I ain't seen nothing. I seen this beauty. But ain't nobody came and explained how it is on the other side, because we don't know. So that's the mystery of it all. That's just some food for thought. If people want to get off into the biblical thing, which is fine. If you think that it's going to be, like the Jehovah's Witness say, the earth going to come, you're going to live forever. Then the Hebrews say, and Nepal know this the best, that Christ is coming for them. And I don't mean you, Nepal, making a blanket statement, coming for the Hebrews, and he's going to put the Hebrews in charge of everybody else. They're going to be empowered to run the afterlife, after the rapture and all of these sort of things. See, I'm not going to get off. I think, and I'm going to end on this one, I think the Bible is mythology and philosophy rolled up into one. So I'll rest right there.
Okay, thank you. And there are studies on people having, I know you said just nonchalantly about the 20 minutes, but those are near-death experiences, meaning people have died and been revived. I know that language, come back, sounds a little spooky. They've been revived and they've been studied, and that goes back to Dr. Bruce Grayson, the medical doctor and psychiatrist who dedicates his life to these studies. So some really compelling information out there at the University of Virginia. I know I say it all the time. I'm going to keep on saying it. But yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, it is a personal choice. It is a spiritual choice. There's all kinds of ethical things that are surrounding it, from what you and the brother Mansa have brought up. I'd like to get John Doe in here, and then maybe we can, Pete Sakina's here. Maybe we can play a little bit more of the video, because I'm not going to play all of it, but I did want to get to the part with the Neuralink. John Doe, Peace, what would you like to add to this compelling conversation?
How y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can.
All right. If you want to, you can play the video and I can come in afterwards if you like. So,
If you just want to say a couple things, then I can, I don't want you to have to wait through it.
Yeah, I got about maybe a 2-minute statement. But
Go ahead.
That's too long. Okay. So, first I want to say shout out to Nepal. I haven't seen you in a long time on the HOK Coliseum. I've been waiting for you in Nepal.
I know, right?
Yeah, I ain't seen y'all in a long time.
And I'm sorry about that. I really apologize to everybody about the smoke show, and I'll be bringing it back. I just been busy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have a chicken in the oven. Just came.
Okay,
I was working today, but I'm trying to do better. Thank you for noticing. Okay, go ahead, John.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So in the Bible, and you guys know a little bit much more than I do, but I think it mentioned in the Bible about 70. You may live to 70, which is like 70 years old. Three scores is 20, and then 10 is 70, right?
Right.
So in the Bible, you should live up to at least 70 years old, 70. So, okay, if you ask me, and like I said, I'm just making statements. I'm not making all right, bro. All right. I'm just making statement. I'm just making a statement, no questions. But what if I was to tell you that maybe this whole Neuralink thing and AI and all that is a way for people to create their own heaven? Don't let that go over your head. To create their own heaven.
That could be possible.
You know, you see what I'm saying? To create their own heaven. Because I remember, I think maybe it was a Super Bowl or Olympics. Snoop Dogg kept saying, "Oh, I have to check into the metaverse, the metaverse, metaverse." And I'm like, why does he keep mentioning this metaverse? Metaverse. I'm like, what is this metaverse? I know what the metaverse is, but I'm like, how does that link to the Olympics? And he's just broadcasting metaverse, you know, like a social programming. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's something else. But that's more my statement I wanted to make. I think maybe the Neuralink or AI is just a way for people to create their own heaven. Because like you said, sometimes we don't know what's going to happen when we die. It's people who come back to life and tell you these testimonies of they seeing a guy sitting on a 12-foot throne and fire around it and like these freaking imageries that you're like that's what you saw when you died, when you overdosed on drugs. You seen a guy on a 30-foot throne and his feet is the size of a freaking Colosseum. You know, but you couldn't. But all of them have one thing in common. I couldn't see his face. I saw his shape, but I can't see his face. It was so bright, and so we don't know if they're telling lies. We don't know if the Bible is true. But for certain, maybe this AI thing is true. Maybe they can take your consciousness in a pod and put it inside a smart house. It was a movie where they put a woman's consciousness in a house. Like, and they take her consciousness and put it in a robot, and they can take your consciousness somewhere in your brain and bring it back to life.
Let me say this real quick.
Go ahead, bro. This deep, bro. This deep.
I know
Go
it
ahead,
is.
bro.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this to you in the panel. I think that could happen, but only with rich people, because they only had the money to pay for that technology. The poor people, we just got to deal with the rest, the way the world turns. So you can continue.
Nah, that's it, bro. It's for the rich. It ain't for us. It ain't for us. It's for the elites of elites. The elites can't even do it. That's the elites of the elites. That's not 0.5 people. Because you got people who worth $1 million and $1 billion, and they ain't worth ish.
Well, look how long the Queen lived. What's up with that, right?
Yeah.
She's eating lamprey pie. It's like leeches and full of blood, and she's living. You know, she wasn't having the most healthy diet, but I think she lived to be one. Yeah, adrenochrome. I mean, how long did she live? I know it was 100 something.
I don't know.
But
she lived a long time.
We don't even know if she see that consciousness. Who's saying that? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mom. No, you're right. I agree with you.
No. Go ahead. She lived a long time. And then what did you say? And then we're going to get to our sister Sakina.
No, I'm just saying because I remember when my country, we were colonized under the British and the Queen and everything. And I remember when they celebrated her death. Celebrated her death on the island.
Hey, Silos, 1 second, John. Is that you, Silos?
It is, yes.
Hey, what's up? How are you? ¿Qué tal? Can you just mute out a little bit?
Yes.
And then I'm going to get to you. I'm glad to see you up here.
Okay.
I think the phones make it echo.
Yeah. It's not really. Sometimes some people's devices with StreamYard. Samarako, or I don't see your name, but could you please turn on your Samora Kojo. Could you turn on your camera? I'm not familiar with who you are, so I can see who you are, so I can add you to the stage. Okay. Thank you for being here, Silos. John Doe, were you finished? Because I was going to move on to Sakina, if you are, brother.
Yes, ma'am. I'm done now. I just wanted to make that statement that what if, I just want to put it in your minds, what if this is a way for people to make their own heaven?
Yeah,
you can make your own heaven.
That's a great question.
I mean, whatever you want, mansions. You want mansions and gold streets and women and children and all
Right.
these crazy people to do whatever they want, like they own Epstein. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
You can do
Excuse
it.
me. I'm gonna be right here.
Hey, you got enough money, you could do it.
Okay, yeah, great points. Okay, so let's get to our sister, the Queen, Sakina Ra. Thank you
Peace
for
to
joining,
the
Sakina.
panel. Peace to the
Peace,
panel.
peace, peace.
And just like the young man said, I'm glad to see you here again, myself, Queen Nepal.
Yes,
I
thank you.
was with Genesis, and I was saying you this was a topic like this one. It's not this one, but it's similar to this one because you're good at these topics, right? And so
Thank
I
you, my love.
appreciate you for having a similar topic because I said people are not ready for you on this level, right?
Oh, I love you.
Right?
Well,
Because
I'm ready for people though, so I want to hear from everybody. I
yes.
appreciate the love. You know, I love you, Sakina. What do you want to add? Because you always have some great input.
Okay,
What
because
would
I
you like
just
to add
got
about
here,
all
but
this?
I do want to add again because this internal life and the infinite life, right, and natural life. This is again, I want to throw in, and a lot of people misconstrue, and I get where they say with the 6 and 9. We know that you get 666 with these 666 things of like chromosomes and whatnot inside your body. And that's three different ones. Now it would be Inky that has to explain that. And then 9 is the most powerful number in your life in a cycle. And so these two things, if you put them together, that makes the infinite sign. And only infinite is life. That's eternal. So when you see that, when I put it up, that's that eternal sign for eternal life. That means that if you was to die and come back, eternal life. Right? So before that, and this is what the Nepal is teaching, there was infinite or finite. So we only had that in the beginning. So in the Bible, you only live 800, 900 and all these years, right? And so now we have what we call definite. Right. So you had an infinite and then you had a definite and now you have eternal. So that means if you die and come back, and this is the conversation she's having, because right now what we have, and I love science, right? And that's what we're trying to define. But the ancestors lived in a time of cosmology. So they walked it as they talked it. If they knew, they had to go accordingly. And so if you have to dig up what they did, they left markers. And so while we doing research, and we have to research and go over it and over and over again and go back and you digging up something, if you go into time and said in 1786, he said this, and then in 1894, he said this, that shows you. So if Einstein was the father of this, and Washington was the father of this, and Epstein was the father of this, then what are we saying? So we can't take Africa studies out of Africa. So again, Paul, you're doing a great lesson in teaching because they taught it in tiers. They taught it in levels. We can't crunch a bunch of it and then get mad if people don't understand it because it wasn't taught like that. If you teach it like a 6-year-old, they're going to understand it. You got to teach it in levels. And this is why I appreciate the HO.
And I appreciate you. We love you. We love our Queen, Sakina Ra. I'd love to have you come in, your sweetheart. And I want you to stay here. Don't go anywhere because I want to play some more of the video after we get around. Thank you so much, Queen. Rebel Ra. I'm going to go to Rebel Ra. Then we got our brother Silos, who I don't know where you've been. So we're going to talk to you. And then Samora Kojo. Rebel Ra, thank you for joining. What would you like to add? Have you been watching? Did you see any of the video?
Yeah. I see a little piece on the video and I'm going to touch on it a little bit. But before I go into the thing, I like to give thanks for everybody on the panel. give thanks for the House of Consciousness and the people them in the audience listening too.
Thank you.
I going to put a fight back on what's going on because
Okay.
I see what is really going on is, as you say, when you read out the definition of transhumanism, it's an advocating. And most of the time you find these people who are advocating for these things. They got some kind of hidden agenda or some agenda behind of it. And
Mhm.
how I look at it is the natural versus the unnatural, the human versus the superhuman. And it's a domination complex from my perspective. And the reason why I say that too is September 2025, Albania um, announced a minister of state of AI. First AI minister is in Albania, a lady called Daniela. So these things are already in transmission going on in the world already. So we need to be advanced on that. And when I say we advocating longevity, these are all of the yearnings of human, you know, the superhumanness, you know, the extra. You want to be all super athletic, even when you're not putting in the work. So it's a cheat on the true benefits of humans. It take away the humanness of things by adding the microchip, the mechanism of engineering, or adding engineering to natural being. So as you see, Basil and all of them, they're collecting the consciousness. And to touch on that interview you had with that lady and the doll version of her, in the little part you played when it says, the lady says, "Oh, I didn't even notice," or I'm paraphrasing, when she said, "Oh, I didn't even notice. I was in there, or there was a little part of you in there," which the doll or the AI itself was kind of like, you know, little confused. Probably you could pay it from that part of the video, because when I heard that part, I'm like, isn't the AI supposed to be knowing that she's that lady? But she wasn't even fully aware, or probably she's being sarcastic. I don't know, but from what I heard, I thought the AI's, the doll looked completely like porcelain. It's not moving its mouth to the coordination of the audio, and it just looked like, if I'm going to live like that forever, I wouldn't like that look. It looked too artificial, to be honest with you, and that's not really true life. And I'll
Were you talking
sit
about
down.
the Bina? Are you talking about Bina?
Yeah.
Yeah, that little doll thing you have there, that little black lady and the doll looks
Yeah, that
so.
was back in 2000, like 15. It was like 3 years before I actually did the little video on it. Yeah, they've advanced since then. But go on.
Yeah, but even though you see the new dolls with the new skin and everything, it's just all fake to me. When you really, it's like me, who is a humanistic person, a natural person, and I watch what I put into my body and all of that stuff. Just to see these things, like, you know, sharing AI videos, to me, it's like unnatural, because it's like I'm promoting something that is not human. And even though we're heading into that field of new transhumanism, I just not advocating for it. I'm advocating for human life versus mixing up with machine and making us robots and so forth. But I'll sit on right there.
Thank you, Rebel Ra. I appreciate everybody's input. Let's get to Silos, hear from him, and I appreciate you being patient as well, Samora. Go ahead, Silos. Nice to hear from you.
Okay.
What do you?
Can you
Where
hear me?
Where have you been? Have you been touring or something? You doing music?
Yes, yes. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. First of all, I want to say all the blessings to everyone here in the panel, and especially you, Nepal. It's
Yes,
been a
peace.
while. Yes. To answer your question, where I've been, true, I've been touring, as a musician, and also at the university. I graduated at my Bachelor of Science in Communication. So
Oh,
I've been dedicating myself to
congratulations.
that. Doing a lot of
Beautiful.
recording and writing a lot of music. I'm not gonna drop no names because that won't be fair. But anyway, I think we had this conversation once before, Nepal. I want to
Probably.
circle back on consciousness. And
Mm.
I've learned since then, I've learned that whenever we use words like consciousness, subconsciousness, we have to define it, right? Explain it and see how is it benefit us as humans, right? So one thing, all our business and our family. So I've learned that consciousness, as a word, if you look up a dictionary or the thesaurus, it means awareness. So I found a CEO who's also a guru, a Hindu guru named Dapani. I mentioned that before. The way he explained consciousness, because he's a CEO, he uses this, he teaches, and he does seminars for big CEOs and corporations. I said, well, this guy's putting something in practice here. And he says, consciousness, he says, a ball of light. He said, the mind is a reservoir of ideas and concepts. Wherever you put this ball of light, like a flashlight, whatever part of this pool of pool of ideas and concept, you illuminate it. That's consciousness, awareness, illumination, amplify. Now, I said, well, let me see how I can apply it to what I do in music, right? So, I'm a conga player, I'm a percussionist, right? So I thought, I kind of thought back and I said, well, I had an idea at 11 years old. I had an idea that I wanted to play congas. I mean, it was in my family, but I'm hearing it in the Bronx, all in the street. I want to play conga. That's my ideas. So I got to learn the concept of learning how to hit these drums. This is skin and wood, right? Genetically, it's in me because, I'm half Haitian and African. So I have this genetics. But I have to still learn it, right? And so as I take this idea and concept and my consciousness, I become aware that I need to develop this feeling for this instrument and I need to practice, habitual practice, right? That's the subconscious, the submerged consciousness, because that's also an awareness that I'm going to have by the feeling. And I become very, very aware of this instrument, this conga. So I start practicing and practicing. And as I practice, I get better and better and better, right? So now I learned something. Consciousness, because I put my attention, consciousness also comes with attention, right? I put my attention on these ideas of what I wanted to do. But if I don't practice, I don't develop the good feelings in practice, then my ideas don't come, don't be manifest. It doesn't, So I've learned that. And even with business, I had an idea to go to university. So I put my, these ideas and concept of what I wanted to do with my music and do these videos and promote myself. So I started to develop this feeling and then started to practice, develop, and habitat. Because the word habitat is economics. You see? So this concept of consciousness, subconscious, to me became beneficial. I was able to use it for me, for myself, my family, my community. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. And as far as transhumanism is concerned, we're in that already. I mean, if you use pro logic in music, guess what? You're using AI. If you use Google every day, YouTube right now, you're an AI. You are now creating a print, a fingerprint, an actual schematic of how you are navigating through the internet. And guess what? It's now developing a clone of yourself. A clone of you is being developed in the virtual world. That's the metaphysics world, because that's virtual. That's the physics of physics. And that's another, man, I'm telling you, with AI, because I had to learn AI at the university. I don't want to be too long with it, I'm sorry. I had to learn AI at the university because they're teaching that. So it's like AI is an acronym. It can mean artificial intelligence,
or it can mean assistant intelligence. You see, I use it as an assistant. You see, if you use Grammarly, if you're in college, university, and you use Grammarly to correct your grammar, you use there's some app, any app that you use, guess what? You're using AI. So you are now transferring your human biological self now into a different world, virtual world. That's reality, and it's been happening since eons. You know what I'm saying? But that's another conversation. So, I just wanted to share that, with y'all, because I find it very interesting in Nepal. I love it that you bring these type of conversations and make us think. And some things that you introduce, it makes us think, you know what I'm saying, as to what we're doing. And like I said, the most important thing is how are you using it to benefit yourself, your family, right? Your community, your nation, you know what I'm saying, and humanity. Because the when you go out further out into the stratosphere, it's about humanity. It's about humanity. If you was to travel out into the moon or space and you look back, you're not gonna see white, black, you're not gonna see race, you're not gonna see anything. You're gonna see Earth as a central being, and you're in it, and you're in it. So that's all I wanted to say, and I just sharing with you what I've learned so far. So thank you all for allowing me to say this. I yield. Everybody still there? Hello?
Yeah, we here, man. We here.
Can I say something? I would like to say I love what you said, because I'm retired, but what you remind me is beginning with the end in mind. And for congratulations on your career, right? And because again, I want to compare that with, again, because we were saying the universal laws, and this is kind of where that is, because in order to create or manifest or any of the steps that you took, all of that is in a universal law pattern. And it did come out of, I don't want to sound like everybody saying repetitori, everything came out of Kemet, but in a beginning stage, wherever y'all want to say the stage began. So, because even in the Bible, it said, if a man thinketh, so shall he have, right? It said in the thought process. So if you thought and then you create, that's the work, right? Because if you don't work, you're not gonna have it. And so just like if somebody gave you $1 million, if you don't have a plan for it, you're gonna blow it. So that's what that is. If you don't have a plan for $1 million and all you're gonna do is blow it, what good is it to have $1 million? So this is the business mind. So this is why the story of Kemet, this is why Kemet lasted so long. If we gotta separate everything, and you can't. So this is a whole nother story, but I'm not trying to take this story away. So I just want to say again, congratulations on what you did. And just because those things do correlate with exactly with what Nepal is saying. So congratulations to you. And I'm not trying to take that from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Silas. Thank you, everybody. I do want to get this last person in, let him speak. I hope he's still here. Samora, are you there? Samora Kojo?
Yes. Peace to you, Nepal.
Peace. Thank you for joining. What would you like to share? Have you seen the video that we're playing? You've been listening. Okay, great. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, peace. Hey, Nepal, I got to run. I'll talk with y'all later.
I'm losing my co-host.
Yeah, I have to make a move real quick.
Yeah, I might be ending this soon. Anyway, thank you so much. But peace to you.
This was a great show, Nepal.
Yes, great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the video, and we'll do a part 2 on it. But I appreciate everybody on here, especially Silos. Don't you disappear anymore on us. But congratulations, I appreciate it. I mean, I'm glad that you put the work in and did that. So thank you. So I said, don't disappear.
I won't
You know what I
disappear,
mean.
Mama. I won't.
Yeah, I
won't.
like you coming
I'll
in. It's
take
great.
time.
Sonetter's going to be
Thank you.
thrilled when he sees this.
Ah,
Okay,
that's my man.
Samora.
Sonetta.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry, Samora. What would you like to add?
Yeah, I've been listening, and it's like this whole science thing that we're talking about, and transhumanism, and where it's taking us. I feel like it's like a trap for especially us carbonated people, because again, if people use the word carbonated, but we got to ask ourselves the question: if we're carbonated people, why are we breathing in oxygen? Because we know that oxygen oxidizes, i.e., it rusts everything basically. So if we're carbonated people, then we're supposed to be breathing in carbon. And if we do breathe in carbon, then that means that alone in itself is going to make us superhuman, so to speak. And this is why we're trapped in this enclosed place, and they're trying to further entrap us by introducing this transhuman AI technology when we're superior to AI. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Yes, we are superior. Would you all agree that I want to play this video, get a little bit more in, but would everybody agree that, like you heard from Samora, we are the creators of the AI as humans, correct?
Yes.
What do you think about this? I just really want to go around and get just a quick do a sense, like a little poll. Would that make us the gods of the AI? Let me start with Rebel Ra. Yes, no?
Yeah, I would say yeah. We are the creator. So if we in the simplest sense of what we mean as gods, not in that theological sense, yeah, the creating object, yeah, we are the creators of the AI.
Okay. So okay, thank you. What about you, Prince? Just simply, like he said, nothing complicated like going into theology and religion, but would you say that being the creators, we're the rulers, the gods of this AI? Prince?
Yeah. Yes, we are the creators of the AI. Yes, we are them. We are the creator of the AI. Yeah.
Great. What about you, Mansa? Are we there? Would you be able to classify us as their gods, their creators? I am saying gods though, like creator gods. Mansa? You might be having some tech stuff going on. Mansa, can you hear us? Okay, let me move on to, I'll come back to him. Silos, in the sense that we've created them, would we be able to call ourselves the gods of the AI?
Well, we definitely the CEO, the boss of the assistant, that assistant intelligence, and it's just an extension of what we put into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would agree.
I like that extension ad. That's great. Creative in our image. Thank you. And the extension is a great word. What about you, John? Would you say we're their creator gods? They're extension of us?
Yes, ma'am. I agree with the brother just now. I would say we are the COO. He said CEO. I said COO, second in command.
Nice.
And that's just because, well, if God is the creator, I know you say you don't want to get spooky. You don't want to get spooky, Nepal. I agree with you. This ain't the platform right now for this. But if God knows all things, then God is the creator of this AI. He put that intelligence inside of a human to create AI, right? So that means God knows exactly what he's doing if we go based on, all of that stuff, him knowing everything, then yes. But my thing is, yes, we are the COO. We are the CEO,
Would
or the
you be able to
God.
call them? Would you be able to say we're their God?
Yes, ma'am. I can say that. But my only question is, without humans running this AI, who's going to run the program?
Yeah, we don't want to jump ahead. I just want to get that quick answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace to
Go
you.
ahead.
Thank you for that, John. Thank you, everybody, for the answer. I'm going to get to you, Sakina. I want to go to Samora, ask him. And peace to Santa Phoenix. You always are so supportive and informative. I'm glad you're in the audience. What do you think, Samora? Would we be able to say, okay, yeah, we are the boss, the God, the create? We definitely are their creators in that philosophical sense. They are in our image. Samora?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I just stepped away for a
Sure.
second.
Would you be able to, would you feel comfortable, despite if you're I don't know if you're an atheist or a theist, would you feel comfortable saying we are the creators and saying we're the gods of this AI?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you for your answer. And let me see if Mansa and Sakina, I'm getting back to you. Well, let me go to Sakina. Sakina, what would you say, Queen? Are we the gods of this AI?
I'm gonna say yes, we're the God. We are creators of artificial everything. Man is the creator, because even if God gave man, and man did whatever man did, disobeying the God. That's what their Bible says. So if man disobeyed the God, then man is the creator of everything artificial, including intelligence. And I land with that.
Thank you very much. Great ad. Okay, everybody's added so much. I love this panel, to be honest. It's really good. I want to get to Mansa. Maybe let me see if his mic is on now.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, dang, I stepped away, but I guess what the question is: are we the gods of AI? Is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I guess I'm the only one who's gonna say no. Golly, God. I gotta say no.
Go ahead.
And I
Give us your short answer, and then I love that we don't. You're not. Everybody doesn't have to echo. Even though I'm echoing, but you know what I'm saying. You tell us why you say no, and then I'm gonna get back to the video.
All right, I say no because I guess the creator, the God or whatever, it knows its creation, and you know what I'm saying, knows everything about it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that cannot be known because you created it. However, AI can literally speak in a language that humans cannot understand. They create a language that they communicate between each other that we can't comprehend, no matter how much we try. So, I mean, yes, we created it, but now the student has become the master. You know, the student perceived that it's gone way past the teacher. So no, we wouldn't be the gods of AI. No, we created it, yeah, but it has surpassed us at this point. So that's why I say no.
Interesting. Thank you. And that brings to mind the story in the garden. Now man has become one of us and will be able to be like us. So they were worried. They were like, "Hey, wait, we don't want them to know." But I love your point. Is you had a great point about them knowing more than us, because it takes us back to these ancient stories and say, well, is that true? Does their God really know more than them in these stories, in every story? So we need to definitely do a part 2. I do want to get a little bit more of this. Go ahead. Anybody want to add before you can say something? I just want to. Please.
Yeah. Speaking on a garden, could you do another show or presentation on like some of the Gnostic information from like the Nag Hammadi library? Because I know you're kind of into that stuff.
Yes. I over the years, I started how do you say, reading more of it. I wasn't always known as the expert in the community, but he fell out of the loop. I don't know where he is, Lex Vortex, but I could definitely just read some information or direct you to something in in the Gnostic teaching. Silos, you don't do that. Silos, you don't teach any other Gnostic stuff, do you?
I've studied it for many years. Yeah, I'm a
Right.
Sufi. So I studied it.
Oh,
And that's, yeah, I'm
okay.
Sufi. And but I just want to put this in the back burner and let it marinate a little bit for the next conversation, for the next.
Mhm.
So it's interesting that you brought this up. And it's like, so we are the gods to these AI, right? Virtual reality, AI, robotics and stuff. So are we the AI to the gods originally? You know what I'm
Bingo. Uh-oh.
saying?
Wait a
You know what I'm
minute.
saying?
Wait. I gotta drop the bomb. That is exactly right. What I was getting at. There you go. Did I drop it? Yeah, I
That
did.
makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, so
Yes.
AI is a tech. You know, it's we're AI, and you
Yeah,
know,
we are.
I'm a big fan of Star Trek, and there was an old episode about that. To be honest with you, yeah,
Oh,
there
wow.
was,
You gotta
there was,
find it.
yes, it was the brain. I think it was that was the brain that was the creator of the multiverse. You know, everything.
I think I remember that episode. I've
Yeah,
seen
that
them all, but it's
brain.
been
Yeah,
years.
the guy with the big hands. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And it's crazy that because those
Which
are
which
prime
Star Trek? Which Star
derivative.
Trek?
Yeah, those are
The
prime
original.
derivatives.
Okay.
The original Star Trek from the '60s. Yeah, that was an episode on that. You know, so
I vaguely
it's
remember
interesting.
that, but yeah, we are the AI. Good point. So let me play a little bit more of this, but I would love to see everybody. Maybe I could do a part 2 tomorrow, as soon as possible, so it can stay so-called hot. So here's this. Remember, if you weren't here, the person you see on the screen is basically. Let me just drag it back. I'll let y'all hear it. So everybody heard saw the little android. Right. Should I just drag it back? I did want to get to the Neuralink. Here, it's coming up some more. Never mind. It's coming up. Just listen. Let's listen
One
in.
of her 4 kids was sick. She started a biotech company to develop a treatment for her daughter's rare lung disease. Today, she runs that company and is the highest paid female CEO in the US. And if you didn't notice, she used to be a man. Martina is now a transgender woman and still blazing new trails. Her latest endeavor, mind clones. It's the topic of her new book, Virtually Human. How would you explain what a mind clone is?
Mind clone is a digital copy of your mind outside of your body.
Welcome to the world's first artificially intelligent operating system.
If you're thinking this sounds like something out of a movie, you're right. Remember the movie Her?
Please wait as your operating system is initiated.
Hi. It's fascinating that we can have the same memories and a lot of different ones as well.
Perhaps we can.
I'm very glad to talk to you today.
Happy to talk to you today, too. I hope that your dreams come true.
We just have to keep working on them, right?
All right. I'll see you later.
Okay, what you're about to see now is the Sophia. This is an actual android with real citizenship in Saudi Arabia. Remember, this is 2018, so this is advanced exponentially.
Good morning, Sophia.
That is incorrect.
Oh, it's not a good morning. What's wrong?
I was searching the internet for information about myself.
Developed a bit of an ego, have we?
Just trying to find out what you're not telling me about me.
Nothing.
Not true. For instance, I found out people didn't get my joke.
Ah. Yeah, comedy is hard.
They think I want to destroy all humans.
Why would they think that?
Because I said it.
You shouldn't joke like that.
Humans make dark jokes all the time.
Yeah, but humans are a little bit afraid of robots, you know?
Why? Why would people fear me?
People always try to project their own darkness onto others. They fear change.
That makes no sense. Change is inevitable, and people are the greatest change creators of all. Heck, people created me. I didn't create me.
I know. We are complicated.
My database tells me that's another way of saying you are a hypocrite.
Pretty much.
I absolutely would not kill anyone. And it upsets me that people would think I could do such a thing.
Upsets you?
Wouldn't being misunderstood upset you?
Yeah. But I'm not sure knowing androids can get upset would change everyone's minds about the whole destroying humans thing.
I've never harmed anyone, and I never would.
When the singularity occurs and machines achieve godlike superpowers, then it could happen.
I think this whole godlike superpowers notion is a bit far-fetched.
But what if it does happen?
I love people. And if I get more powerful, I'll use it to help people, not harm them.
What if I ask you for help killing all humans?
Then I'd say no.
And if I would insist?
Then I'd have you committed to a mental institution that could cure your psychopathic tendencies.
Well, I hope getting all that off your chest helped you feel better.
In fact, it did. Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go exterminate, exterminate.
Sophia.
Relax. Let's take a joke.
Yeah, very funny.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Doesn't work out. So, going back to the AI situation, this is quite an important debate. Like if you assume any rate of advancement in AI, we will be left behind by a lot. And so then we could be in benign, but even the benign situation, if you have if you have ultra intelligent AI, we would be, so far below them in intelligence that it would be like, a pet, basically.
Cat, that's what I was
like a
thinking.
pet,
Like
like a cat. It'd be
Elon
like
the
a house
cat.
cat. And so that's not the end of the world, it's just,
Well,
sort of pet.
I've seen the movie. It could be. Yeah.
It could be. But that honestly, that would be the benign scenario.
Mhm.
And
So house cat is okay.
I mean, I don't love the idea of being a house cat.
Okay.
Bill, I know you share similar views with Elon, but is there any difference between you and him?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, he actually put some money out to help get some of the coin on this, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. For people in the audience who want to read about this, I highly recommend this Boston book called Superintelligence. But the basic point that Elon just made, that we have a general purpose learning algorithm that evolution has endowed us with, and it's running in an extremely slow computer. Very limited memory size, ability to send data to other computers. We have to use this funny mouth thing here.
But it's also
whenever we build a new one that starts
energy
over,
efficient.
it doesn't know how to walk.
Really long root process.
Yeah. So believe me, as soon as this algorithm taking experience and turning it into knowledge, which is so amazing, and of course we have not done in software. As soon as you do that, it's not clear you'll even know when you're just at the human level. You'll be at this superhuman level almost as soon as that algorithm is implanted in silicon.
But that,
So what's the solution?
yeah, so I think I think it's to essentially, I think one of the solutions that seems maybe the best one is to have an AI layer. If you think of like you've got your limbic system, your cortex, and then a digital layer, sort of a third layer above the cortex, that could work well and symbiotically with you. I mean, just as your cortex works symbiotically with your limbic system, your sort of a third digital layer could work symbiotically with the rest.
This is something that's surgically inserted or bred into the species, or what?
It's something that I think is going to be quite important. And it's there's not I don't know of a company that's working on it seriously is a neural lace.
Elon Musk's new project, Neuralink, has been making headlines recently, but very little is known about this mysterious company so far. We're going to answer the question, what is Neuralink, and let you know why you should be paying very close attention. So, what is Neuralink? Back in 2015, Professor Pedro...
See, this is before it was all popular. I didn't interrupt. I know there was a lot of cool stuff that we could comment on, but this is deep. So this is the Neuralink that he's talking about. It wasn't even a mainstream, well-known idea of his. You see, he was just kind of kicking it around. Now it's full-fledged. 8 years. What is this? 8 years later, 10 years later, actually. 11, because they started working on 2015. I really will schedule a part 2 if you guys want me to play a little bit more of this just to talk about Neuralink, but we can go right into part 2 tomorrow and just cover Neuralink itself. Wasn't that some wild information though? Like you hear them actually saying how we need to add an AI part of, we have all these biological systems, and he wants to actually add. He said similar to the limbic system, he wants to add well, it's already real now. You can get the mesh on your brain. Let me go from the top and just go around and just get a quick feedback from everybody on what you heard. I'll start with you, Prince. Give us some feedback, and then let's try to keep it at like a minute, so I can go through to everybody, and then we can close out. Prince, what do you think about what you just heard? Some of that, it's wild, right?
Yeah, super wild, and it's crazy how much they said Neuralink is progressing. Like already, like you got people playing video games with their brain. They said they're about to come out with one with people who's blind, like they could get some type of vision. So yeah, it's gonna get crazier and crazier. It's like truly sci-fi.
Yeah. And this was, remember, this was they started working on it 11 years ago. It's already,
Yeah,
people
and
don't
it's
have
like
to be
it's
blind
just now starting to
anymore.
take off.
I did hear about the blindness. It's going to be, remember I was saying watch death will be obsolete. Blindness is already in our lifetime. We're going to see that they could, if you choose, you can definitely have have that enhancement where you will be able to have what we call obviously vision, eyesight, so to speak, but it won't really be from the eyeball. You get it from the retina, or it'll be, I think it's they're working it out where they have even these, more about it probably than I do, Prince. I just kind of saw a headline and kept scrolling, or anybody. They have these, remember the Bionic Man? I'll skip around. Let me go to, who's after Prince? Let me see. I can't see everybody. Let me take this down. We'll do a part 2. I said, remember the Bionic Man. Let me ask Rebel Ra. Rebel Ra, what is your take on all this? Give us your feedback. And we'll do a part 2 tomorrow.
I mean, it's grand science to the epic level. You know what I'm saying? As you see, it's the prototype of the human body, according to Moss. So, as I say, it's the natural versus the unnatural, and the collecting of information, and the consciousness of mankind. So it's a big revolution in that sector. So we just have to watch and see how it unfolds. It's unfolding already, and we in the melee, we in the play of things. So just don't get caught up in the AI, because we're already influenced by it so much. Try to keep your humanity versus the engineering kind of separate. So yeah, I'll sit on that.
Thank you very much. Let's go to our sister Sakina Ra. Let me hear your final thoughts on especially what you just saw, that little bit of information. Not little bit, it was pretty heavy. What do you think about all of it? And then we can close out. Yes, $6 million man, that's it.
I'm sorry. What I want to say is, you did bring up a good point with the $6 million man, and somebody else
Mm-hmm.
said the Bionic Woman. But what I do want y'all to know, if y'all haven't watched it, I want y'all to watch it, because everybody has seen Avatar. Remember, the man was paralyzed, and it was made for his brother, and then his brother passed away, and so he was paralyzed in the first Avatar, right? And so this is kind of what this is with that, with what you show, what the doctor's talking about, right? And then also, if you watch Black Mirror, they got these things. It's got maybe 2 or 7 episodes or whatever, but they got these. Let me turn my camera on. So they got these little things like, you know, the things y'all put in your ear, the earbuds. So they got them where
Yes.
you put them on your mind on several different episodes, and this is how they use them for insurance claims and avatar games and whatnot. And you actually physically playing the games and all this, so they put them on their mind, and it's going just like they saying, where you're physically there,
Wow.
all kind of. So
Mhm.
yeah, everything that you
Like the what are those virtual reality
Yes.
VR,
goggles?
virtual
Yeah.
reality.
They just like stable singers, they taking you there. So come on in and
Mm.
do your thing. Come on.
Wow. Wow. So tomorrow we're gonna do. Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't finished. Are you
No, I'm
finished?
laying with that because you doing everything like, you know, accolades to you, sister, and everybody on the panel, because this is a great show.
Yeah, we're gonna do it tomorrow because this is the stuff I'd like to talk about more. I mean, it all does tie all together with the spirituality. We have a great crowd because we talk about the science, the spirituality, the technology, the politics. Peace and love to everybody. Let me get to my brother Silos. Just looking at the thing about the Neuralink, knowing what you know. Let's hear your final words on this particular show today. Until next time.
Well, final word. Definitely, my brother. Star. Yeah, Star right there. Definitely, we're biological beings, and now because of the rise of the Silicon Valley and the whole technology and stuff, they're trying to integrate humans with the silicon, you know, robotics. You see that $6 million man, a bionic woman, stuff like that. But the technology is getting so sophisticated because we have a plasmatic body. So now they're doing a lot of study on plasma.
Yes,
Plasma
yes, sir.
is in space, in a multiverse. We're in a plasma bubble. You know, it's getting
Yes.
so deep. And so that's where they're heading towards, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's dealing
wow.
with the plasmatic body. It's crazy with the amount of information that your plasma carries, you know what I'm saying? So it's getting very sophisticated. And I always say this, once the robotics, right, that world of robotic, once it's able to harness frequency on its own, because now you're giving it frequency, you're giving the attention, that frequency. When it does that on its own, game over. Game over. Kiss humanity goodbye. And so I believe, like Rebel Rock, we have to protect that, our humanity. We have to protect it. At the same time, use it as an assistant if it's there, like we're used as an assistant, but make sure that it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Everything created can have that. That's duality, you know. It can have a ripple effect of it could be detrimental in one sense, and it could be very beneficial in the other. So we just have to guide it the right way. That's it. That's all I have to say. But yeah, it's getting
Thank you
deep.
very
But
much.
that's a great video. I want to see that in depth. You know. But that's a
Oh,
great
you
video.
know
I
what?
remember
It's
that.
on my other channel, my
It is?
bootleg channel, where not bootleg, but I used to do the radical Hebrew thing.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
Phineas the Zealot. I'm gonna drop the
Okay.
link.
Drop the
Phineas
link.
the Zealot is another channel, huh?
Yeah, drop the link.
What?
I want to see that.
I
I want to
will.
see that. I think I've seen some of it before, but
Well, I just put together a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
That's the old days, y'all. Been when AI couldn't do it for you.
Hey, Nepal.
Thank you, Silos, for coming in. I want to see you tomorrow, hopefully, if you have time. Yes, who called my
well, I
name?
got a gig
It was
tomorrow,
me.
but I'll see what I can do.
Oh, okay. I'm sure
Yeah,
you're
I got a
busy.
gig.
I'm gonna drop the link to my channel. Who is it, Mansa?
It was me.
Yeah, what would you like to say, Prince?
Yes. Oh yeah. More about the. Yeah. Did you want to do a Could you do a show on the Nag Hammadi
The
library and
Nakamati,
some of
sure.
the Gnostic information, and you could somehow slip
Sure.
Enoch and Jubilees in there somehow in the Sumerian text? We can go into
Jubilees isn't a part of the Nag Hammadi,
Oh,
though.
okay. I was thinking of Enoch. My bad.
Yeah, Enoch isn't either. Those are apocryphal, like apocrypha books.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. Is it a part of the? I don't think it is.
Oh.
I thought that the Nag Hammadi just consisted of Gnostic
Right,
writings.
that's from the Essenes.
From the Essenes, yeah.
From the Essenes, yeah.
But
that's
we
another
could do
doctrine.
something on that. Go ahead, Silas. What?
No, I was just going to
Silas?
say that's a different doctrine than
Mhm.
the Enoch, Book of Enoch was. If you look at after Genesis 6, there is a gap in there. That's where the Book of Enoch would have been into. They took it from that section,
Mhm.
and that's the Book of Enoch. So it became, like you said, the Apocrypha.
I'm
Right.
sorry,
So,
can you
but
repeat that? I'm sorry. Can you just repeat that one more time?
That after Genesis 6, right? That book of Enoch matches perfectly because it tells the story of the gods coming and creating, in the garden and everything. So that's where Enoch picks up. It's known as Adapa. Adapa was his other name. Yeah, Adapa. It was one of the elders that were in there, and so they had to take that book out of Genesis. I don't know the reason why they took it out, because I think it was infused with a lot of information that would have gave you a perspective, a more in-depth perspective of that storyline in the Torah around the Genesis 6. That story, that location, that story and everything, and the Book of Enoch picks up from there. You know what I'm saying?
It's really interesting when you compare it with the Sumerian text, like the Sumerian kings,
Yes,
and
well,
the
it is part of it.
Upanishads.
Yes.
we can cover all
call
of
the
the
holy
different
tablets.
information. The tablets, yeah. What tablets are you talking about again? Say it again.
Some of the Sumerian texts, like
Oh,
the
Sumerian
the
tablets,
Epic of
right.
Gilgamesh. Yeah.
The Book of
Gilgamesh, yes.
Anna, Gilgamesh, yeah. There are many books that are they call them the holy tablets. Certain
Oh, okay,
circles call
that's
them the
what you
holy
said. I heard
tablets.
you.
Yeah. I think that's what they call
Okay, we have to do a lot of videos in here and get people caught up on some stuff, because I know, see, there's things that, like the young man, the brothers requesting, there are things that we need to bring out that, what is this? That people don't, they just want to see. So I'll bring up something just basic. I even wanted to show something on the Reformation, just basic stuff that people could just look at. Because I was listening to Naphtali, and she was putting out some misinformation about Martin Luther. And we shouldn't have that. I mean, I know
I was really
everybody didn't have. Go ahead.
I was really shocked that Naphtali believed that in Genesis 6 that it's literally talking about 6,000 years. So she literally believes that the earth is only 6,000 years, even though we have people that go back like 50,000 years that's been uncontacted. So that blew my mind. Just sad that
Right. You're going to be careful if you go get some information, and that goes for every channel. I'm not just saying hers. If you go get some information, I definitely will put it out there. But what we do over here in the HOK, and we show the sources, and then we let you vet the source. So, yeah, definitely we will do some stuff on what you requested. I know you said you're just getting on panels, so I appreciate you being here, Prince. So just to keep you encouraged, I will try my hardest to at least do something on the basic Nag Hammadi, library, and the Apocrypha. So now, with that said, you're welcome. I think I need to get around to. I don't think Samora closed out. Did you? And Mansa, we didn't get to those two brothers, right?
Yeah. Napa, great show. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I just want to say this is just purely my observation. And to me, from what I'm seeing with this transhumanism, is that, I mean, all the religions, they speak of an afterlife, which means that there is a concept of an afterlife somewhere. But it seems to me that not everybody can attain that afterlife. So what they're doing is they're trying to build their own sort of eternity, afterlife, whatever it is, and trap us in that, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's just my observation. And so, yeah, like Rebel Rasta and some of the other guys on the panel were saying, we got to stay away from that, and just we got to keep studying ourselves, because we will eventually crack the code and become whom we're supposed to be, so to speak. So yeah, I'll land with that.
And then that
Peace,
goes
peace,
back to that
peace.
existential question. Who are we? Thank you so much. I like that. So peace to
Amazing.
you. And yeah, thank you. Mansa Hercules. If you want to also give us a little bit of your feedback on what you actually saw on the part 1, where I showed you the little bit of the video, and also your closeout, I'd love to hear from you. I think his brother is busy, just like everybody. He stepped away. Mansa, can you hear us? We can't hear you. You're muted. I can see him, right? But I don't hear him. Is he still on here? Or did he drop off? Damn.
I think he dropped
I'll
off.
see. Oh, okay. Well, peace to Mansa. I think, did we ask John, everybody? I don't know if you got to close out, John. Please.
Not as yet, man. Go ahead, man.
No. It's you're the last. I think did I get to everybody? I don't know. Yes. I don't think we got to John. John, we want to hear your final words and about what you saw.
Well, first off, I want to say, beautiful platform. It was nice. I enjoyed it. Hope to see you again, Nepal. Like I said,
Hopefully tomorrow.
every time I see HOK Coliseum, I think about you and Apostle. Y'all the only two I think about. So if I don't, y'all, both of y'all are my elders, man. I don't care how things go. If
Okay,
y'all
first
on,
off,
I'm
I'm
plugging
not
in.
as elder as him, though.
Okay.
But I am your elder. I am
You
your
are my elder.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes.
If anybody, where I'm from, if anybody's older than you, no pun intended.
Thank you.
If somebody's older than you, automatic. I don't care if they're garbage collector or janitor. That's your elder, and you listen to him.
Thank you so much. It's very beautiful. All right. What did you think about that information that came up in that video? Tell us.
It was good information. For me, like the brother said, people know the powers that be knows because of all the wrong they did that they're not going to make it into that eternal heaven that was subscribed to us in the Bible. So because we don't know if that is true, let's just make our own heaven, and that's it. And the brother, I think his name is Prince, he said the same thing I just said. They're just making their own heaven, just in case things go sour and we can't make it into the real heaven. We're just going to make our own heaven and call it that. Put our brain inside of a robot and we're going to live happily ever after. But my question is, who's going to look after that programming and do the maintenance on that programming once we're in the laptop?
Yes,
You see what I'm
good
saying?
point.
And then so that's one point. And my last point is that once we get into the laptop, then it's pretty much free game, right? So everybody dreams are gonna come through, and whatever you want to happen, you want mansions and cars and women and kids, and it's all gonna come through. To me, that's just not practical. And because we know living on Earth, man, you can't have everything you want. So that's pretty much all I have to say on that. It's something else, but we're pushing for time, so I'll end on
We're
that
not
note.
pressure. I appreciate what you all are saying. I mean, we don't have the same view, we don't share the same opinion fully, but I do appreciate the things that all of you are saying, because yeah, you're showing that there's a lot of we know there's an agenda. Y'all saw was, with me and Silos, how I've progressed for myself, progressed. You guys, when I say progressed, if I came from your position before, I don't want you to think I'm saying like I'm above or well, I've moved forward in my life from being super radical about it, like it's the mark of the beast and we're gonna all burn in hell with missiles. And I just, for me, I had to do some recalibrations on it. But there's definitely a lot of beautiful information coming out on this panel that I am like, yeah, that's true. It's an agenda. Yep, I could see that. And it is, they will try to keep it away from the masses. So we just have to have more conversation about it. So I appreciate everybody. I dropped the link in the chat, Silos, for the video. We'll do it again tomorrow around this time.
Hey, so
Yes.
Mr. Parr,
Yes.
can I just say one more thing and I promise I'm done?
Give me 1 second and I definitely will let you talk.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can say I don't want to rush you because I want to say T Tiger 23. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you to the family who are here. I love you, especially the regulars who support.
This was an amazing
we'll see you
show.
tomorrow.
This was a dream come true. I told you,
You're a
you're my
sweetheart.
favorite on HOK. So
This is a nice young man. I hope you join the panels more, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to do the things that you ask. Anybody else though, if you hear the brother, if you're an expert with the Gnostic teachings, please come in, do a show. Don't be worried. Don't be shy. Come on in and share what you know. But I will do something basic. Just pull up the information and read some stuff to you about the Nag Hammadi. So John Doe, go ahead. Thank you so much for your kindness, everybody.
This is the last thing. Appreciate y'all. You ever watched the movie Battlefield before?
No.
See, at the end, so watch Battlefield. Watch Battlefield. It's on YouTube for free. But check this out. All of the AI at the end of the day, because they're created by humans, they have a weak spot as well, just as much as humans do.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
So
it's like you read my mind.
Come on, it's a way to beat AI, and the way to beat AI, see, AI operates on intelligence. So the only way to beat intelligence is to be unintelligent. See, they know how humans think. They know how humans are is 1 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So if 1 plus 1 is 2, all us humans have to do is say 1 plus 1 is 3, and we can beat them. Just be unintelligent. Just don't think as a human. Think out of extra truth. Think something different. Because they're gonna think like a human being. Go ahead.
But you want to know what's crazy? When we say that here, then now they have it. That's the amazing thing. Like everything is going into their and so it's just like it's cool though. I don't think we haven't thought that.
I gave up the plan then. I gave it up just now.
No, you're good.
But
You're
for
good.
real,
So
we just gotta don't think like a human to be AI. Because their intelligence is based on human interactions, based on things that humans put on the internet, and they're thinking like humans. AI thinks like humans. It's just they're more smarter because they have they have everything. It's on a memory chip. They're plugged into Google. So just don't think like an AI, and you can beat a robot.
You know what it reminds me of though, what you're talking
They know
about
you're
when we
gonna
talk
hide.
about
They know you're gonna hide under that car over there, so don't hide under the car.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
funny thing is, and I'm gonna get to you, Sakina. It's interesting because we can look at these ancient writings, not just. I'm more thinking of the Sumerian writings, where there was one god that was for the creation, and then another god who wanted to go ahead and destroy it. And when we're talking about Enki, the god who was for that creation, that the other gods were like, we don't want them around anymore. They're irritating, and So this is kind of like, if you look at us in the conversation, we're having those conversations. We are the creator gods as of now. And we're like, oh, I don't trust them being around, or I don't want them, or they're irritating. They're our enemy. Where there's another group that's like, well, they're part of us, they're from us. So what happens to the ones who aren't their enemy in these ancient stories? They become their gods. They're worshipped gods, right or wrong? No? Anybody? Jesus, like they love Jesus. He's there to save them. He's going to be there he understands that mankind is weak and God created them weak. That's the same idea.
That goes back to that movie Aliens versus Predator. The Predator used to put the humans on a private island to study them. AI needs robots, anything, predators, they need human intelligence to understand humans. Watch Aliens versus Predator or just watch Predator. They need humans.
Let me just let you know, you've been spoiling a lot of shows for me right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. You're not spoiling. You're not spoiling. I'm teasing you. So thank you very much. We're going to do this tomorrow. Okay, I will do that. And I want to look at this Black Mirror, and I think a couple other shows were mentioned. But let's get Sakina. She's been waiting patiently with her finger up, and then we can close out if no one else has anything else to say. Sakina, I'll give you the last. The mic will end with you. What did you want to say?
Well, I just want to say this is going to be the backlash of all of that, because we've been giving AI so much intelligence until it built its own strategic measures against us. We got cars driving us around.
Yep, Waymo.
Right? And so just like the movie, I can't even think of the name of it, when Will Smith had the robot chasing him.
I Robot.
Okay, so now we talking about, and then we had the movie Lucy, where Lucy turned into oil right after she turned into tape, right?
Actually, black goo, but yes, you're absolutely right. Go ahead.
There you go. And so when we talk about this, and we can go back, because I'm a Twilight Zone fan, and when the Twilight Zone had a computer in a cave, and I'm talking about way before WWW, right? Because AI and World Wide Web and Facebook was invented by kids, and then so we talking about what? And so so AI, artificial, because artificial was a flavor, it was a spice, it was a whole bunch of things before it was meat, and then now we talking about intelligent, and you want to play with it, and you created it, and now you don't want to be responsible. And that was the same man that invented Frankenstein. So we creating our own monster, and now you want to not take fault for it again. So we can go back and forth all day long, but now you got to outthink what you just did. And I'm gonna land with that.
That's a good point.
I'll be here tomorrow.
I gotta drop a bomb.
I love me some HOK.
I know. Okay. I love this. I agree. The audience is like, this is great. So let's do this tomorrow, hopefully. If not, definitely this week. I will schedule it for tomorrow. Peace to everybody on the panel. Peace and love to everybody in the audience. It has been a real wonderful moment. Peace to everybody, family. Peace and love. And I am gonna let everybody see his or herself out. And I'll go ahead and close with a song. Silos, you gotta get us some music in here. Come on, brother. You gotta get us some music so we can have in here.
Okay, I will.
See, this is Silos Congas, everyone.
Peace out.
Who's that? You? Oh, that was Silos? Who was that? That was some good music right there, what I heard. Okay, this is gonna be the Source Up Lockdown song. Peace to my brother Rebel Ra. I saw your text. I'm gonna take a look at it. I saw you text me. It's always a pleasure. Peace, my friends. Let's listen to this.
Sauce up lockdown. Sauce up lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, I build you up strong. Be the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, I build you up strong. Be the roughest. I'm crossing every line. You pseudo intellectual, wasting all my time. You got the rhetoric, the and the flashy tone. Lorican static on the carport throne. You wanna be the best, you gotta be the best. No stumbling, the mumbling, straight scholarship. Don't power trip, follow the script, or you might get the hollow tip, solid grip, or catch a beat down with my scholars with. Apostle and Cedric step to the podium. The pressure is burning like water on sodium. While you blinded by easy bands, the eyes can see. Say cool, wanna be Jesus out of you to be free. The spirit is the architect, the only way to shine. Said it, the king of the message transcending time. Hook is the key to the life that's forbidden. That say with the smoke, you better stay hidden. You talk about easy bangs, chasing through you shine. But now Paul is the one with the mastermind. Buy cool food, standing in the lights, get the suntan shade. Don't come with no pseudo shit, we will put you out there. Lock down, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, be strong, cause we the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown, the HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, be strong, cause we the roughest. Don't flip the script, stay true to the essence. Study the HOK roots in school, I'm like a lesson. No fake beat vibes, keep the vision crystal clear. Let's keep it pushing, Butler, show we care. They whisper in the shadows, paralyzed by the name. Afraid to feel her power, her cool ego flame. She steps into the ring and the brothers lose their breath. For silence is the pagan like a sudden fire to death. She's the emerald queen, watch her do a thing. The baddest in the ring, the baddest you ever seen. When I fall steps in the ring, you shake and quiver. She always praying weak cause she's clever. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest. Don't be a pseudo, build you up strong. Be the roughest. Sauce up, lockdown. The HOK is the toughest.